Tranquil Space, coming to you with the September Asana of the month, which is revolved triangle pose. So this is a deep twist as well as a hip opener. So you'll want to be pretty warmed up when you come into this pose, especially working to open the shoulders. We'll start just playing with this today, coming into downward facing dog to start. From here, we're going to step the foot forward, come to your lunge, and then shorten your stance. And in this pose, it's helpful to really shorten your stance more than you would for Warrior One. And you can start by just bringing your hands to your hips. So you feel your right hip draw back, your left hip draw forward. And this is really key because the hips are going to want to rock and move in this pose. And the more we can stabilize the hips, the more we're getting the twist from the upper body, which is where we want it. So, lengthen the spine, exhale and fold. Deep hamstring stretch here in this extended leg. And then the other really key thing is you want to stay grounded in your back leg. Sometimes it's easy to wobble in this pose. But really ground through the outer border of your back foot. It almost feels like you're pressing that back heel towards the wall behind you. Press down through the ball and the heel of your front foot, and your base is going to be really stable. It's helpful to work with a block in this pose, so you take it to the outside of your foot. And again, let's bring your right thumb, in this case, into your hip crease. And sometimes it's fun to just take your block, extend out, so you really get the length in the spine, draw your front ribs in, engage your belly, and then exhale, deep twist, take the block to the outside of the foot, keeping this right hip drawing back, left hip drawing forward. Extend your right arm up. Shoulder draws down your back, and nice and slow, sweep the arm up to the ceiling. Engage your fingers, so really let your arm be part of the pose. Keep drawing your shoulder blade down your back, keeping your hips even. So in this case, the right hip is going to draw back, left hip forward. Ground through that back foot, rotate a little deeper, and release. Frame your foot with your hands, come back to your lunge, press into the earth and lift back.